Good morning, wrestling fans. Happy Saturday morning. It's the weekend. Hope you all have a good Saturday morning to kick off your weekend. Well, another edition of WWE Friday Night Smackdown is in the books. And from what I saw, it looked like it was a pretty good show last night. Actually, it wasn't a boring show at all. It didn't drag at all. It went very quick. SmackDown kicked off with John Cena, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, and Randy Orton in the ring. First, John Cena comes out to the ring. Basically, he did this, it was the same promo that he's been doing since turning heel. He blames the fans, he berates the fans, saying that he's the last real champion. Cody Rhodes comes out. He has words with John Cena. And basically, Cody Rhodes tells John Cena, I pinned you at Money in the Bank. Then when York comes out, he has words with John Cena. He tells John Cena, I had you beat at Backlash. He then goes on saying that I'm going to win the King of the Ring tournament and face the undisputed WWE champion, whether it's John Cena or CM Punk. And he tells Cody Rhodes, I love you like a brother, but if I have to go for you to win the King of the Ring tournament, then that's what I'll do. Then when that comes out, he puts his 2 cents in. He has his words. I think this was a good segment with all 4 of these men in the ring. I have no complaints about it. I thought it was a good segment. Wasn't impressed with John Cena's promo. It was basically the same promo that he's been doing since turning heel. And it's kind of getting stale. But other than that, I thought it was a good segment. The first match was a men's fatal 4-way match between Randy Orton, LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, and Aleister Black. This was a very fun and exciting match. I thought all four of these men performed well in the ring. I enjoyed this match very much. It was an exciting match. It wasn't a boring match. However, Randy Orton defeats LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, and Aleister Black and advanced to the semifinals of the King of the Ring. The third match, thing was the Jacob Fatu segment. Basically, he came out to the ring to address the WWE fans. Basically, he mentions how he turned down Solo Sikoa and saying that he was betrayed by Solo Sikoa. Then also you see Solo Sikoa show up on the Jumbotron and tells him, if it was for me, Jacob, you have been nothing. I'm the one who brought you here in WWE. So I made you. He then starts saying that next Friday on SmackDown, I'm going to show up, be in the ring, and will gladly accept you back into the family, meaning the bloodline. But you got to do one thing for you. You got to say 4 words. And those 4 words was, I love you, Solo. Now, I'm telling you right now, Jacob Fatu is not going to say that next week on SmackDown for Jacob Fatu. So we're already having a match between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa down the road. Whether it's Night Champions, Saturday Main Event, or SummerSlam. But I'm telling you right now, you're not going to see Jacob to say, I love you, Solo. Because I think now you're seeing a babyface from Jacob Fatu. He's on a solo run as the United States champion. So I highly doubt that he's going to tell Solo Sikoa next week on SmackDown, I love you, Solo. I doubt. If he does, I'll be very sorry. But I don't see that happen. I thought the segment was okay between Jacob Fatu coming out to the ring and addressing the fans, and Solo Sikoa showing up on the Jumbotron and giving his two cents in. Next, we had a women's fair four-way match. Jay Cargill versus Meaton versus Piper Niven versus Jared Jax. I thought this was an exciting match. I have no complaints about it. I thought it was an exciting match. I thought all four women involved in this match performed well in the ring. No complaints about it. So I think it was a good match. Jay Cargill defeats Meaton, Piper Niven, and Nia Jax, and advance to the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring. Okay, we had what was next? Oh, the women's Money in the Bank winner Naomi came down to the ring and addressed the WWE fans and tells the fans, I told you so. I told you that I'm going to win the women's Money in the Bank line match, and none of you believe me that I can do it. So basically, she proved all the fans wrong just by saying this and saying that she's going to eventually cash in her money in the briefcase and become champion. And she's going after Tiffany Stratton to do that. She's targeting her because she feels that Tiffany Stratton cost her the title when Naomi faced Nia. I think it was back in December, and become champion. And that was when Tiffany Stratton cashed in her money briefcase and became champion. So judging by what Naomi said, it looks like she's going after Tiffany Stratton. Now, Tiffany Stratton came out and tells Naomi, then why don't you do it then? Cash in your money banks now and get this over with. And Naomi said, I'm going to do it when the time's right, when I'm ready. So basically, Naomi leaves the ring, and as she leaves the ring, you see Nia Jax come out of nowhere and starts beating the crap out of Tiffany Stratton. Naomi heads back to the ring, and Nia Jax tells her, you stay out of this. So just by Naomi doing this, it looks like she was attempting to cash in her money bank briefcase. But Nia Jax says, you stay out of this. So it looks like, I think we're going to see a rematch between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, because it seems to me that this feud between the two of them is not over. So it looks like Nia Jax has a sight on Tiffany Stratton becoming the women's champion again. But I definitely see Nia Jax, not Nia Jax, I definitely see Naomi cashing the money in the bank briefcase in the upcoming months ahead. So I thought the segment was pretty good. It was decent. Have no complaints about it. Okay. 5. The other women's Money in the Bank. Oh, I'm sorry. We had a tag team match between Motor City Machine Guns taking on the White Six, and this match was set up Larry and Ian backstage with all the tag teams, meeting with Nick Aldis, and all these tag teams were fighting over who's going to face the White Six. So Nick Aldis made a decision, and he picked Motor City Machine Guns to take on the White Six. So we had a match between Motor City Machine Guns versus the White Six. I thought this match was a very good match. Have no complaints about it. I thought Motor City Machine Guns and Joe Gacy and Loomis Dexter from Y6 performed well in the ring. However, the Y6 picked up the win over Motor City Machine Guns. John Cena comes back out to the ring and calls out Ron Killings for challenge him to a match, because towards the very beginning of SmackDown, and I forgot to mention this, I apologize, but as John Cena leaves the ring after that segment with Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and LA Knight, he walks up the ramp, and then R-Truth comes out of nowhere and attacks John Cena. The officials come out to try to break it up. So that happened towards the very beginning of SmackDown, after the segment he had with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton and LA Knight. Now back to John Cena coming out to the ring and calling out Ron Killings. He didn't get Ron Killings. Instead, CM Punk comes out, and he has words for John Cena. And John Cena and not John Cena, CM Punk tells John Cena, "You have disrespected the WWE fans." And that tells John Cena they want to celebrate your career and your final year as a full-time wrestler. But instead, you make them feel disrespected. He then goes on telling John Cena, "I'm going to beat you in 9 champions." So then CM Punk leaves the ring. After he leaves the ring, R-Truth comes out of nowhere and attacks John Cena again, stepping in the ring. Officials had to come out and break it up again. Now, then backstage, John Cena goes over to Nick Aldis and begs him to make a match. No, I'm sorry, not John Cena. My mistake. Nick Aldis comes over to R-Truth and tells him, "You can't keep doing this, R-Truth. You can't keep doing this." R-Truth tells Nick Aldis that, "I want a match with John Cena next week on SmackDown." And Nick Aldis tells him, "Done." So next week, we're going to have a match with John Cena against Ron Killings. So hopefully this match will close the feud between these men. Don't know if the title will be on the line to this match. Probably not. So I'll talk about that. Let's see what else happens. The other men's fatal four-way match was between Cody Rhodes versus Dave Priest versus Andrade versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This was a very exciting match. I enjoyed it. I thought all four men in this match put out a very good performance in the ring. I have no complaints about it. However, Cody Rhodes defeats Damian Priest, Andrade, and Shinsuke Nakamura, and he advances to the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. One last thing, I forgot to mention this, but the other women's Money in the Bank match was between Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte versus Chelsea Green versus Candice LeRae. This was another women's fair four-way match that I enjoyed. I thought all four women involved in this match put out a very good performance in the ring. I enjoyed it. I have no complaints about it. However, Alexa Bliss defeats Charlotte Flair, Chelsea Green, and Candice LeRae. So next week we're gonna have two semifinal matches on SmackDown. We're gonna have Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, which should be a very good match. It's gonna be a classic match. I think both these men will put out a very good match next week on SmackDown because I think both these men are very good in the ring. The other semifinal match we're going to see next week on SmackDown is going to be Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill, and that should be an exciting match between these two women. It should be an exciting match, fun match to watch. So two of the semifinal matchups have been set on the SmackDown side. The Raw side of things first is not quite yet, but the SmackDown side of both King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring in the semifinals is set. So all in all, SmackDown last night was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it. It didn't drag, wasn't boring, it went fast, it flew by. So I enjoyed it. Before I end this video, please, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow my channel with subscribers. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. Hope you all have a great weekend.